Hi everybody, it's Rob Schlachter again from MRCC, and we're really thrilled to be into our next member spotlight. And this session in particular is very interesting with regard to what is happening with the planet and how energy and sustainability are becoming more and more critical to both business industry as well as the communities. And we happen to have a great cross-section of members that are going to come today to talk a little bit about how they've been working to help businesses and communities really leverage the impact of future sustainability efforts, as well as how to take advantage of some of the energy opportunities that are out there. And I'm thrilled to be welcoming our first guest, who is Lisa Wilk, the CEO of Capaccio Engineering. And sustainability is really a key focus. I want to start out by saying congratulations on 30 years of doing this.
Yeah, we're very excited.
That's spectacular.
Yeah.
So I just want to get started and have you tell us a little bit about what have you been doing those 30 years and how it's changed. Tell us a little bit about the company.
Yeah. So we were founded in 1992 and actually started out in Sudbury, but then in 2003 moved to Marlborough, and we've been here ever since. And our mission as a company has always been to help industry and the environment prosper. And we've always thought the two should be together and not one at the expense of the other. And it's been exciting for us to see this whole concept evolve in the public consciousness, where sustainability is, people talk about it now all the time. But we not only believe that the environment can be sustainable and the business can be sustainable, but we actually think if they're aligned and integrated, that they can both thrive and prosper.
Yeah, I thought a great quote that I read on your website: the health of the planet and profits need to be approached as a singular ambition.
That's definitely what we believe, and like one example of that, oftentimes we think of, we all want to save water, we want to save energy, materials, and all these different things, and we often think these are small incremental changes that a business might do, but they can be integral to the business. We have one of our clients was able to double the production with the same amount of water. And when you look at that, that's a huge environmental achievement, but it's also a business achievement. They didn't have to move and relocate. Employees didn't lose their jobs. There was no delay in production. And so that's a real business achievement as well as an environmental achievement. And so that's an example of where the two can go together. And,
right. So when you focus on sustainability for members and the community watching, tell us a little bit about when you would decide to bring you in. What do you do that can help them really take advantage and be compliant with what we're after from a sustainability perspective?
Yeah. So what we usually start with is something called a materiality assessment, and what that does is look at your business, your operation, who your stakeholders are. Your external stakeholders, could be investors, it could be customers, could be regulatory agents, and also internal, your employees, and different stakeholders. We look at who they all are, and then we assess what does your business do, and what are your impacts, and where can you make the most difference, and what is technologically and economically feasible, and try to combine all those and align so that what you're focusing on makes sense for your company. Oftentimes, so you might hear in the paper about climate change, and we've had companies sometimes come to us and say, everyone's talking about greenhouse gases. Should we have a greenhouse gas target? And they may have very little contribution to greenhouse gases, and so that might not be the appropriate goal for them. Or they may have a big contribution, but doing a material materiality assessment is a way to figure out, what should we focus on.
Right.
you
So
know?
it sounds
So-
a lot like a partnership of aligning
Yeah.
goals with the organizations
Yeah.
that are interested in leveraging sustainability activities.
Yeah. And then, once you establish those goals, you have to come up with how are you going to achieve them, and how are you going to measure and monitor them, and so that if you need to change direction and adjust to be able to meet that huge target that you just set, but also being able to partner with other businesses. There's other, I think you're going to be speaking with a few others from the community today that can help, and really working together to approach the challenge.
Yeah, so I think it's fascinating. Tell us just real quickly, how has it changed in 30 years? So back when you started,
Yeah.
the attitude and the opinions and the consciousness of sustainability, how's it evolved?
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing, the transformation. When we first started, it was sort of a necessary evil to address these environmental challenges or safety challenges, and it's primarily regulatory driven. We have to do this, and it's a necessary cost, and it wasn't really aligned with the business, and in general, in the public consciousness, people didn't even think about it. Maybe they thought of environment of things, litter. Don't remember the old,
Right.
What was it? Don't give a hoot, don't pollute, that kind
Right.
of thing. But it's gradually evolved, and and even around the country. At first, it was cleaning up hazardous waste sites, and then people looked into, how did they get here to begin with, and how can we minimize generating all these waste, and how can we prevent this pollution to begin with? And there was this gradual shift and transition, and even a few years back, I was invited as a guest speaker at this college course, and I would speak on environmental. And I remember when I first started, people were looking very confused, like, why would you do all these things? And now, if I go into that same classroom, it would be, of course, we have to do, so it's a huge transition. And to me, it's very exciting that everyone is so interested in sustainability, but it's also an opportunity to really accomplish something,
Right.
and that's exciting,
Good.
So.
So you've been a very active member in the Chamber of Commerce. So with talking to the members and educating them, what would you leave them with in terms of getting in touch with you and engaging in your work?
Yeah. So, like you said, we try to be active, and the Chamber has been fantastic with the business roundtables, and we've had a few roundtables on sustainability and spoken at those, and if we're based right here in Marlborough, over on Donald Lynch Boulevard, and our website, www.capaccio.com. But if they were to get in touch with us, we would probably want to speak with them about what they see as their challenges, and share our insights. And if there is a way that we can help them, certainly we would be offer to help them. If there's someone that we can refer them to that we think would be better aligned, we would do that as well. But what we've been doing a lot of lately is trying to establish programs and show how they will meet these targets, because many companies, very large companies, have set these audacious goals, but the suppliers to those companies also have to contribute to those goals. And so whether you're a small or medium or large company, so helping them look at their situation, measure their baseline metrics, establish programs, really create a roadmap of how we're going to get there.
Great. Well, we want to thank you for coming on and sharing that, a very, very important issue facing businesses.
Yeah.
And wish you continued success. And again, congratulations on 30 years.
Thank you.
To Lisa from Capaccio Engineering. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. Yeah.
Great.